Welcome. It almost feels a little icky to say this, but you actually have to be seen in order to survive. You actually have to be seen. It's such a vulnerable position, right? You have to be seen in order to get into the communities that are aligned with you, in order to get the assistance, the help that you need, in order to be affirmed and validated, because external affirmation and validation do have a helpful place in the human experience. And so I'm laughing because this is actually one of my deepest wounds, and this is me being vulnerable about it. This is one of my deepest wounds, is how I will be perceived. Am I being perceived the way I understand myself? And in that perception, am I being valued, affirmed, held? I'm giggling a little bit because my guides are talking to me. You know, before I do these videos, my guides tell me, okay, this is what you're gonna do. And so I was sitting here preparing to start recording. I said, wait, what are we recording? And they started with fear, and I said, okay, fear. Investigated it a little bit, and it got into the fear of being seen. So, little backstory, I'm just sharing it because it's something that I work on throughout my entire life, honestly, but consistently over the past several years. And one of the reasons why I started this channel. So, okay, now you know my life story. This video is for you if you are also someone who struggles with vulnerability and you are needing to get over the fear of being seen, and really create a more skillful and healthy relationship with vulnerability. Yeah, that's what we are transmitting today. Isn't it interesting how spirit works? If you consent to this, you can say yes, you can nod your head, or you can feel a yes, especially in your heart, or maybe in your stomach, in your gut, where you often may feel some anxiety. In fact, we'll probably address that first. Okay, yeah, they say go straight to the heart of the matter. Right now, we are using energy healing, Reiki healing, and light language to help dredge up the heart of the matter. Try not to run away from it. Try not to run away from it. Try not to run away. Yamata. Atuku yela kiriako ayamata roshuku indialaka. Asuke alakori emati heriuku ukuku niantanda. Asihelako ayayata ka yoko aiti. Amo shushu. Tu iki onda yala koko ari. Ko ama atala aru uku. Shishi oma aiti iki. Oh, siki and the maate. Pulling up. Good. Dindindo amai haru iki. Shiki indioko ai alakori kiti. Ami oro asa. You have the opportunity here to address the fear almost as a friend. How would you approach your friend who was struggling? How would you approach a loved one who was struggling? How do you imagine and dream that people would approach your fears? These most tender and intimate aspects of yourself that you often hide, right? You're being invited to facilitate that conversation, even if it's brief, even if you simply say, I'm willing to have this conversation with my fear, with my vulnerability, with my relationship of being seen. That willingness can open up doors. For some of you, don't get so caught up on the word conversation. You may try to make it very logical or heady. Think of communication and our emotions, experiences, deepest feelings communicate with us in many ways. Some of you may be feeling a part of your body, hearing a song, seeing a color, seeing a scene in your life, right? That either is the root or connected to the root. Guides are coming forward right now, offering up a very simple mantra. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. They are saying this without judgment. They're saying it without conditions. They're saying this without expectations. I see you. I see you. The next time that you look in the mirror, you offer that to yourself. I see you. I see you. If that doesn't feel resonant, you can say, I'm willing to see you. I am willing to see you. I am willing to see you. You are being invited to pray to yourself, specifically this aspect of self that struggles with vulnerability and being seen. And in that prayer, whatever that means for you, maybe it's a poem, maybe it's affirmation. In that prayer, you are asking yourself, help me to open my eyes to see myself in totality, in fullness, through the eyes of truth and through the eyes of unconditional love. And notice how you respond to it. Notice that communication. Does your heart open or soften a little bit when you say that? Or do you feel a tingle at the crown of your head and down your spine? Do you feel something awaken in your palms? Does a thought or vision, image, sigil, symbol come to you? And I wonder if you do that every day. I want to challenge you and say like an entire month, if that feels too big, maybe 7 days. If you do it for that many days, what begins to shift for you? There's another part of this prayer that I'm hearing. Once you start to get a little bit of comfort, with that first part, the second prayer, poem, or affirmation then becomes, I am willing to be seen by others who have the capacity to embrace me in my totality, who will view me with an open heart and through the eyes of truth and love and accountability. Try and do that second part for the same amount of days. So 7, 30. Maybe you start to do both of them, right? And notice what begins to change. Notice what begins to change. I'm hearing a correction. Don't do both of them at the same time. The reason you do the first one, just for yourself, is so you actually begin to understand what it feels like to embrace yourself, so that as you open up and receive from others, you do not accept anything less. Yeah. Thank you for the correction, Spirit. Yes, this was a gentle transmission. My guides understand that this is work that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, you know. So be gentle with yourself as you embark on this particular journey. And just notice what changes for you as you begin to open up and learning to embrace yourself and welcome the love and embracing of others. Make sure you show up for them too. Integrating. And grounding. In transmission. Good, we're clear. Thank you so much for accepting and receiving this transmission, these channeled messages. So honored that you are here. Comment down below. Let me know how things begin to shift and change for you as you take on this practice, if you choose to. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Take care.